Hello, 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 hello. All right, let's start over again, shall we? Well, now that we've got sound to you, hello, it's Walt coming to you from Gainesville, Texas for the Airplanes and Coffee event. Gainesville is about 52 miles north of DFW Airport here in North Texas, just hard upon the Oklahoma border. Here's an overview of the airfield. Not a big airfield, but we're right next door to a big plant that makes airplane seats, Safran, S-A-F-R-A-N. So here we are at Airplanes and Coffee. It's indoors today because, the situation outside is overcast. If you were here from the beginning, you saw it, but you didn't hear me talking about it. You just saw us kind of moving in. They're having a pancake breakfast here in this hangar. And the Airplanes and Coffee event promotes general aviation. So welcome to all of our viewers out there. This kind of a deviation from what we normally do. Obviously. And there's me inside the hangar. They're planning, if the weather clears up a little bit, they're planning to open this hangar door to kind of get a little more atmosphere in here. But in the meantime, we've got kids playing games. We've got, let's see here, turn our, that's not a very interesting shot, is it? We'll go with this shot. So we've got kids playing games, making paper airplanes, coloring, as their parents learn about aviation, general aviation. So the main purpose of the Airplanes and Coffee event is just kind of spread the word about aviation. People who are already pilots come here to talk to people about the hobby, the avocation, their interest in general of aviation. So we'll move about the cabin here. Wood Doctor says, did they finish all the pancakes already? I don't think so. I think there's still some left. I didn't have a chance to partake. They look good, though. Dwayne C. says, ready to rock and roll. Should be interesting. Been through Gainesville many times on I-35. The airport's just a little to the west of the airport. Charlie Bravo. Pancakes. Yes. Norman Smith says, good morning. Yeah, this is a little deviation from what our normal activity is. And to tell the truth, we were hoping that we'd be seeing people taking rides in airplanes, but wasn't to come. I wasn't to pass. In fact, when I got here, I was a little concerned that there wasn't going to be an event. I kept checking on Facebook and asking questions to see if anybody was saying, well, this is going to be canceled today, but it wasn't canceled. And so we're here, and so we're checking it out along with you. So we're going to find the leader of the pack here. His name is Dennis, and he's a very busy guy. He's very passionate about aviation. I see him over there. In fact, I'll get him on camera here. He's talking with some of his cohorts. So that's him there in the in the safety vest in the center of the shot, along with his wife, Mary. So he just likes to talk about aviation, let people know how things are and his experience. He talked a lot about his experience in aviation and how he got involved in it, and how it can be made affordable to people who are interested in it but think, wow, maybe it may just be a little too much as far as expenses go. So we'll talk to him in just a little bit. Michael Schwarzkopf says the music is perfect for this Saturday morning. Thank you, Michael. So again, John M. watching, what is the occasion that has these people at this gathering? And again, it's something called Airplanes and Coffee. Pardon me? I'm on a live YouTube broadcast right now. Yeah. So we're just kind of hanging out and talking to people. Let me, yeah, that's right there. People are interested in what we're doing. So let me get our a little bug in here so you know what you're watching. Once again, we're in Gainesville, Texas. So now we're going to go find Dennis. Shall we do that? There's Beaker and Honeydew. Hello there. One of our mods. Good to see you. I see Gerard here, another one of our mods over there in the Netherlands. John M. says there's plenty of items to talk about in the aviation world today. That is for sure. Uncle Plane Guy says that biplane in the corner is cool. We'll get over to that. We're about to get on the move again. So we're going to pack up our main tripod and go for a little ride here with you on the Runway DFW wagon. Just gotta make sure I don't bump into anybody, so here we go. So we're gonna see if we can talk to Dennis, who's the man in charge here at Airplanes and Coffee. We got some of his people around him. That's me. Trying to get untangled here. Dennis, can I talk to you on camera? I'm gonna get all set up here. Let me get in a position where I can control things. Now, I'm going to get Dennis a microphone. Hello, hello, hello. This is Dennis's microphone, okay. He is talking to a lot of folks. Dennis, if I can have you hold that.
Oh, I'll hold this, okay.
Like that, that's good. So Dennis, introduce yourself to our...
All right, my name is Dennis Baudouin. I am the current coffee events for, well, since 2021. Airplanes and Coffee did, and they finally got me to step in and...
So how many people are in your organization?
The 7 board members, but we also have about that basically handle the different portions of the organization, like marketing and things like that. So the board is really and et cetera.
So what is the focus of your organization?
So the focus of our organization aviation information to the general public. We are trying to basically increase the public's knowledge on aviation, i.e. the jobs that you can get, FBOs, managers, things like that. Because during COVID, a lot down, and now we're trying to recover. And what we're trying to basically do, we normally do discovery flights. Unfortunately, the weather's not with us today, but obviously weather is one of those things. And so normally people up in the air to basically give them a taste for flying, etc. Trying to bring aviation and aviation knowledge to the general. This way they can start looking at opportunities in aviation. And when I say opportunities, airport managers, these guys, right? We're looking at all the different aspects of aviation, pilots, private pilots, small jet pilots, flying Airbuses, right? So just trying to bring this information to everybody is what Airplanes and Coffee is all about. Okay, so we basically try to get sponsors to help us out. The breakfast today. And what we'll do is we'll give sponsorships to several people to basically go to training in some of these 141 schools or private schools, etc.
How many members are in your?
So,
I don't want to throw you a curve.
Yeah,
there.
you throw me for a thing because I think there are somewhere around 5,000 registered members. Currently, we have there's 400,000 Facebook followers in our organization all over the world. 80 people who basically manage the Facebook to remove things that shouldn't be there, or make sure things that are there, like general aviation. And so what happens is that that wasn't pushed is the membership helps scholarships. Trying to make sure people basically become paying members, that basically I always wear, but it was cold today. But basically of Airplanes and Coffee as well, right?
How much of all that other stuff? You do these events pretty much on a monthly basis, right?
We do a monthly event. We've gotten scheduled second week of every month. We've got 10. Here, hold on. Oh, it's gone. Oh, here it is.
He's getting.
So we've got 10 already scheduled for next year, and so we've got actually 9. It's commitment, things like the Stearman by, the coffee guys outside. The legendary coffee will be at our events. These are the 9 events that we have.
And those events are all kind of regionally, right?
They're all in this. That's one of the things we're doing with Airplanes and Coffee is we're basically be able to franchise. So we're basically looking at going, basically having different sub-organizations within the same organization.
So you've kind of
setting the template. One of the biggest things that we spent this year was getting the paperwork, the insurance documentations, everything, so that we can basically be able to franchise, so that one got a group down South Texas that really want to basically start doing this. We want to basically have a couple of groups on the East Coast, right? We want, is worldwide. Okay. Now the bulk of it is U.S., but we've actually got a lot of countries in.
What's the biggest? You get people who are total novices about being in. What's the biggest question you get?
The biggest question at opportunities are trying to figure out, well, how do I get my license and how do I make it? Personally, okay, I didn't pay because I decided to work for the taught. So I become an employee of the paid me in hours. And for every 3 hours I worked, they gave me class or flight lessons, right? If I needed an instructor, of course, I had to fuel up planes. I'd have to get planes ready for takeoff, pull planes out of hangars, get them all ready for the customers and things like that. But it was, it's a burst of airports, nothing's continuous, right? So I might have to fuel up 5 planes this hour, but then next 3 hours I might not do anything, right? And so I used it as an opportunity to do all my homework for school. I'm an engineer, right? Electrical engineer, computer engineer, and I basically used the in-office time to basically earn time, do my schoolwork at the same time. So my license, my flying, I didn't have to pay much. The biggest payment I had to make was the DPE to take the test, right? And that's at the end, right, where he signed you off and says, okay, you're a pilot, you can now fly yourself. In fact, I continued to work there so I could get time to actually rent the planes.
Yeah.
So this way I was able to rent the plane, take my family up, go places, things like that. So it was one of those things. It's like, there's different ways to offset your cost, right? You want to become an A&P, mechanic. They get paid really well, but it's a minimum 10-month course, okay? Well, if you work with some of these A&Ps as an employee, maybe you're working in, documentation, or you're working in customer relations or whatever, is that you can work towards getting money to help the training, right? I retired a couple years ago, and next year I'm going to basically go through my training to get my A&P so I can repair planes.
Wow.
Okay, and that's because today we have a lack of people who can fly planes and a lack of people who can repair them. Right? So the industry's in need. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring people to do such.
And I guess young people are a big part of that.
Young people are a big part of that, which is one of the reasons why we normally do discovery flights. Weather's not with us today, but by bringing some of these people that are like, oh, wow, this is really cool. And technology-wise, they're actually pretty good. And what happens is people can learn how to do this stuff. It's not out of reach. A lot of people think it's out of reach because
I think that's a common.
Well, it's a common misconception. It's out of reach when you look at it price-wise. Right. Today it would probably cost you about $160,000 to get an education to repair planes. Okay. Well, there's sweat equity.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what I did. I did things through sweat equity. I worked at an airport. I had to fuel planes. There was times I had to, push a plane out and get it ready for cargo. There was one time they came to pick up a big gear that was taller than me.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, I can't move it.
Yeah.
So.
And there are thousands of small airports like this all across the country. So,
that's correct. There are thousands of airports around, and they all need help. Okay, and like I say, if you go and talk to the FBO, fixed base operator, if you go talk to the FBO, you'll find out that they sometimes need help. You go talk to the schools that are on site. Now, normally some schools are within the FBO or cooperative, and some of them aren't. Okay, go talk to them, because what happens is if you turn around and get a job that helps them, okay, and they turn around and you trade time instead of money, what happens is you get a better deal in my book. Okay, sweat equity is always good because, I started doing work and it's like I became invaluable. Okay, because I did things that they said, oh my goodness, go to that guy. He always does it.
Yeah, so like everybody wants to be a pilot, but there's all these other jobs.
There's all these other jobs. Correct.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct.
And if you've got your fingers in all those.
You put your fingers in them. Right, yeah. And that's what I did. I basically went to the airport, and I just literally walked from building to building, checking out the schools, checking out the FBO, and then I found one. I says, I want to work here at the school because I know if I work at the school, I'll be able to get something that I can then start schooling. And like I said, for me, even though nowadays a pilot's license is probably in the $40K range, I didn't pay a penny except for the DPE. My dad paid for the Discovery flight, and that was the last time we gave. And like I said, it's not out of reach. It is commitment, but that pays off. Yeah. I've been flying since '78. I bought a plane. Well, okay, so family came in, and I didn't think family and flying at the same time. So I took a hiatus away, and I really shouldn't. The company I was working for had me go. I was working internationally, so I was in the. Every time I was there, wherever I was, I went and checked. Things like that, it was like Farnsworth in England, and things like that, and it was really cool, right? You just have to put a little sweat equity into it, and you can just, go for a school. It works, all right?
Right, but not everybody can do that.
There's multiple ways. If you need, go on our site, Airplanes and Coffee. We provide scholarships to help in that progress.
Okay. Airplanesandcoffee.org. Get in touch with you guys. Okay.
By the way, I want to thank you, Walter. I know the weather wasn't with us today.
Well, I mean, we make the best of it, just as you're making the
side donuts over here, pancake breakfast.
Well, you. This is part of the thing where you're kind of franchising this. You learn that you're not always going to have a perfect weather day, so you can see plans. So
Correct.
You can have an indoor.
In the past, we used to cancel, but now we've decided that, you know what, we have found that when you come out and there's nothing here.
Yeah.
So we've decided we're going to stick to it and make sure we have an indoor, we're inside of a hand. People can sit in, right?
Yeah.
The owner's been very nice. Tables for breakfast. We had, pancake breakfast this morning. I think take them home, but if I have to, I guess I will. But so. And did you interview John?
I have not yet.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let me move over let me get a little different angle.
All right.
John over there?
You can do that.
Okay. We'll do that. Thank you so much, Dennis.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Thank you.
Coffee, andcoffee.org. And we're going to move our base of operations. It's .org, so airplanesandcoffee.org. I think that's. Oh, we dropped a few frames there, didn't we? Our signal, it appears. I hope. So I hope you got the audio if not the video portion of our broadcast. I think we're back to being. Let's see. We're gonna do this. Trying to talk to another person who's affiliated with Airplanes and Coffee. Talk to him about his experiences and what he's all about. I'm not a big general aviation, not very knowledgeable about general aviation, so I don't know what this plane is. It's single engine. I can tell you that. So are you John? Oh, John's over there. I'll get to him. See if we can find John. John?
I'm going to get his business card real quick.
Okay. John's got something else to do, so we'll talk to him momentarily. We are glad you're with us, and we're sorry that we've got some signal problem. We're inside a metal building in Gainesville, Texas. We're at an event called Airplanes and Coffee, which promotes general aviation to the public.
Where do you want me at, boss man?
Let's see if you can stand right. Well, let's see, right. That's good. That's a good spot. I'm going to give you a microphone. Let me turn this on again. Hello.
John, pleasure.
Good to meet you.
All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are having a wonderful
You
time
can
so
hold
far.
it a little lower.
I never know what to do with my hands.
That's all right. So, John, tell us, identify yourself for us.
My name is John Nogle. I'm the founder of Airplanes and Coffee.
Well, that's a noble thing to have done. We learned a lot about the organization from Dennis. And tell us what your role is here today.
So it's kind of transformed over the years. Now I'm primarily focused on the marketing of the events, trying to get the word out, making sure that we've got a lot of people that come out, both pilots and local members of the community, and our goal is just to get as many people involved with aviation as possible. We do that in 3 different ways. We hold monthly events at airports like this. We go visit schools and talk with students about aviation. And the money that we raise at these events, we actually give out scholarships to people pursuing careers in aviation, both as a pilot or a mechanic. So that's our mission, and that's pretty much what I'm working on myself.
So tell us about how you started the organization.
So it all started with me watching the news and finding out about another organization called Cars and Coffee.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, they need to create an Airplanes and Coffee. So I did some research and I couldn't find anything that was out there. So I started a Facebook group back in August 2020. The goal was just to meet up at different airports and try to get some airplanes out there and have fun. And we slowly but surely realized that we were on to something big, and there was a lot of people that wanted to come out and experience this. And lo and behold, here we are in 2025. We've had over 50 events. We've given over 1,000 people free discovery flights. We've given over 20 scholarships out with the money we've raised. We've had a lot of fun doing it.
I know there's a lot of schools in southern Oklahoma, I know, that have aviation programs.
Yes, we've learned about that throughout our journey, and it's fascinating what they've got going on up there in Oklahoma. We've had events at Durant, and it's just been a lot of fun. So Oklahoma's got it going on. They're doing something right. We've also been to Ardmore a couple times, and both of those airports have been phenomenal.
What do you see as the future for Airplanes and Coffee?
We've got a great team right now that's doing everything that's necessary to make sure we're ready to expand, and once we've got all those boxes checked, we'll go ahead and start opening up chapters across the United States. That's the plan.
That sounds like a big deal. How does one get involved in your organization?
Right now, you could definitely contact us through our website, airplanesandcoffee.org, or you can reach out to any of us on social media. We'd basically chat with you, figure out, what skills you have, what you're looking to accomplish with us, and put you to work. We're all unpaid volunteers that run this organization, so we depend on the support of other volunteers and people that like what we're doing. And if you're interested, reach out to us. We've got plenty of need for help and more assistance.
So even if there's somebody who's not a pilot, you don't have to be a pilot to be part.
Anybody can help us. Even if you've never been up in a small airplane before, we've got plenty of need, plenty of ways you can help.
Okay, well, that sounds great. Anything else you want to tell us about what's happening here today or in the future?
We've got a great calendar set up for 2026. We've really taken this thing to the next level. Up until now, a lot of our events have been, fly out, get yourself a cup of coffee, some donuts, look at some cool airplanes. We're really trying to make this into almost like one-day small versions of Oshkosh, where you come in, you've got a ton of cool aircraft to look at, you've got workshops to work on, you've got presentations, all types of food, vendors, just a great opportunity to experience aviation, learn about it, get involved, get connected, and the more people we have helping us out, it's just going to make us that much more successful. The saying, many hands make light work. That's what we're aiming at, and we've got some great team members now. We've really added to the staff, and again, we still need a lot more support. So if you're interested in learning more or getting involved, check us out on our website, www.airplanesandcoffee.org, or reach out to us on social media. We'd love to chat with you and get you involved.
Thank you so much, John. I appreciate it. And thanks for having us here.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. There's John.
What's the name of the channel? Runway DFW?
Runway DFW.
Okay, we'll share it on our social media, too.
Thank you. And I know that we're making, our audience is aviation focused, but they might not be aware of your organization. So
I didn't know. See, what really got me wanting to start this was I didn't grow up around aviation at all. I didn't even know.
He's saying he didn't grow up around aviation at all until he was 26. So now we're going to move over and see if we can take a look at this biplane. Let me see if I can. Got to be very gingerly moving our gear here. It's all tied together. We're going to park in front of this biplane, which you may have seen in previous. Figure out who belongs to it. I'm going to go through the shot here. No, sir. I need to know who belongs to this.
Wow. Okay.
So we're looking at this.
You got this one over here.
There's an ATL 98 Corvette over there.
That's here?
Yeah, that's like, I walked over there.
I would love to go over there.
Yeah. It's like, you go that way, look beyond the fog, and you can just see it.
That'd be cool. What is here, can I show this on here? Let's see if we can oh wait. No, I'm looking at the wrong way. So what is that?
Oh, it's an ATL 98 Corvette.
An ATL 98 what?
ATL 98 Corvette.
Corveo?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's only 2 left in the world.
2 left in the world? We must see that. Does it fly anymore, or is it just static?
It's just been sitting there for like...
Wow, we're going to go see that. How far is it?
It's a bit of a walk.
That's all right.
It's like... I mean...
Well, I'm in for a walk. Our viewers can deal with that, I think. We can get all set up here. All right, I'll follow you. I may not be as fast as you. Let's see. We're going this way. We're going to see a vintage plane.
We do our own thing here. Okay. But it was fun stuff. Both of them doing a YouTube channel.
I want to make sure we don't bump into anybody's propeller here. Under the wing. Stand by. I hope our signal will hold up. This may be the highlight of our whole thing here.
So you can actually see it over there.
Okay. Well, I'd like to go over there if we can get through the door. All right. Get straightened up here. I'm going to move this way. Okay. So, oh, I see it. Okay. Uh-oh. We've lost our, well, that's okay. I can plug that in. Our camera cable came out, but that's okay, because we got another camera. This looks very interesting.
It's one of those, it's that plane that looks like a 747. That was stuff.
Yeah. I guess it was a cargo kind of plane?
Yeah, it's a cargo plane. Yeah.
All right. We're on our way.
Something were built, but there's only like that one and then another one in Africa.
Oh, wow. So he's saying only 20 of these were built, and there's only 2 left, one in Africa and one here.
That's what Google says.
That's what Google says. That's good enough for me. Okay, we're on our way across the foggy apron here at Gainesville Municipal Airport for this.
No recent flights as of 2024, so it's just been here for a few years.
Yeah. Well, I wonder why. Do you know who owns it or why it's here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know it was there because the fog.
Oh, yeah. So we're coming up to a 4-engined, propeller-driven cargo aircraft with a front of it looks kind of like a 747 as far as the bulbous front fuselage. But we're going to get some good pictures of it for you, or at least as good as we can get here in the foggy conditions. So I hope you're bearing with us. I'm talking to our audience here because we are live at Gainesville Municipal Airport. And we're almost there. And when we get there, we'll plop down our tripod and give you some cooler shots. This is a big, very unusual looking aircraft. I don't know if you can see it there in the background yet. It looks like it's got a decal or something on the front of it called Miss 1944. I don't know that it's that old though. Pardon?
In the camera, you kind of block the view of the aircraft.
Could what?
Yeah, in the camera, you are kind of blocking view of the aircraft.
Oh, I know, but I'm getting ready to take a picture of it with this camera. So yeah, we're kind of teasing our audience here.
Nice.
All right, so I think this is a good. I will tell you now that the registration number is N. Let me get my headphone back on. N89FA. N89FA. So let me plug our camera. Oh. Hang on a second. That out of the way. Okay, so now you got to look at it. Get our camera, our main camera, plugged back in here. That was a little hike. And that does say Miss 1944 on it. Mark Hu says, I think they use these to haul cars across the English Channel. You know what? There was a James Bond movie, one of the early James Bond movies, where he went across the English Channel, or somebody did. I think James Bond's car went across in one of these planes, if this is what I'm looking at here. Goldfinger. So yeah, that's this is crazy. I had no idea this was here. Let me give you a little closer look at the cockpit area, where it says Miss 1944. El Toro says Carveyor was developed in England as an automobile transport aircraft between the islands of the UK. There's Luke asking, does it, or Craig says, is this aircraft still in use? It doesn't appear to be, but it is here.
It's like 80 or something. No, that's right. It was probably built in 1944. In that case, the aircraft's like 80 years old.
80 years old? If it is a 1944 aircraft indeed. Get you a look at the engines here. A Carveyor. We'll get around to it a little bit. This is fascinating. Michael, that is definitely an interesting looking aircraft. Let's get a little closer, see if we can catch any details of it. I'm going to straighten this out, and then it will follow us here. You just never know what's going to happen here on Runway DFW. We're going to go around to the front of the aircraft to get a look at the nose, which does appear that it is something that can swing out for cargo. Let me do this so you can see that as we go by. So now we're at the front of the plane. I don't know what you're looking at right now, but I'm going to get you a little better view here in a sec. It's a little misty out here, kind of drizzly. It's pretty wild to see something like this in kind of an unexpected place. So yeah, if our information is correct, this is something called a Carveyor, or was at one time. That is amazing to see. And yeah, you probably have, if you have access to a internet device, you probably know more about it than I do. Magoo Manor, thank you for a $20 super chat. Field trip money. My mom signed the permission slip. Thank you, Magoo Manor. We don't know if it's abandoned or has an owner. Don't know. Got some other curious people now watching. Let me we're going to go off our main camera here. I'm going to take our main camera off of the tripod for a little bit so we can get a little closer in on the action. Stand by. This was totally unexpected. See, you thought all we were going to have is interviews today. And yet we have something more. So we're going to go on a little walking tour of this aircraft. I hope that I won't pull the plug on our camera here. The landing gear, ladies and gentlemen. Up into the belly of the beast. Yes, this is what airplanes used to be. Out here in the elements. And these tires, I would say, let's see, probably about 4 feet tall, maybe. If you're just joining us, and I hope you are, we still have a signal? Yes. Here, this plane, we can see it's got kind of porthole windows, some of which have been painted over. So we're looking towards the front of the plane here. We'll pan over. Look towards the back. And there is the registration number, N89FA. That vertical stabilizer looks like it's seen better days. I guess it's made of fabric, because it's kind of torn away. So yes, there's more questions than answers that I have about this plane. Probably have to do some research when I get back. But we are pretty lucky to be able to have seen it here in Gainesville, Texas. And there's lots of people coming over here now. This is a big attraction now. Well, maybe looking at the registration will give us some insight into who is the owner of this aircraft. Hang on, trying to switch our angle here. Oh, I already have. Okay. I'll give you a little smoother look around here from our action camera. Oh, our camera fell down, didn't it? All right, take two. give you a. I'm going to try to give you a 360 view here with this camera if I can make it stay. All right, here we go. History on display here at Gainesville Municipal Airport. So I'm sure that you have a lot of questions about this. Let's see, Wood Doctor says in 2015 somebody snapped a photo from the flight deck and it was populated with hornets at that time. 182Q KFTW says South African Air Lease LLC is the owner out of Missouri. So I guess it's just being stored here. Yes, I don't know the answer, Craig. But Norman Smith saying that's amazing. So, well, we did learn something. Let's see. Rohit says the Aviation Traders ATL 98 Carvair, developed by Freddie Lakers Aviation Traders Limited, is based on the Douglas DC-4. Has a capacity of 22 passengers in the rear cabin and 5 cars in the front. Very cool. So Freddie Laker, old timers may remember Laker. I think it was Laker Airlines or Laker Airways, which was, I believe, one of the original kind of budget passenger carriers. Got to make sure I don't forget my tripod. So, it looks it hasn't been cannibalized, apparently. The plane is intact, but I would imagine it would need a lot of mechanical work to make it flyable again. But that is a very interesting thing to see. Right next to it, you may have seen, I don't know if this shot, yeah, we'll get a shot of it here. There's an old, this yellow aircraft, which I don't know, almost looks kind of like a crop duster that we saw in Cayman Islands. This one does not have a propeller, so I guess it's not going anywhere right now. Beaker and Honeydew says, and to imagine those engineers designed that airplane with paper, pencil, and slide rules. Yeah. QKFTW says the plane is powered by 4 Pratt & Whitney R2000 radial engines, each producing approximately 1,450 horsepower. And more information, converted in 1946. That makes it a pretty old classic plane. And, well, somebody has preserved it. Well, I don't know if preserved is the right word to use. But somebody has at least kept it from being scrapped. So I think that's probably going to about do it for our little adventure here at Airplanes and Coffee. I think what we'll do now is we'll have kind of have a final. No, sir, not at all. We'll have a final look at the this find that we had today, and let me see what we're doing here. I pushed the wrong button. Okay, so stand by. Kind of winging it here, as they say. So, all right. So that's going to do it for us from Airplanes and Coffee in Gainesville, Texas. We went on a little explore, didn't we? We will be back later next week. Probably Tuesday, I'm going to say, but keep your notification bells turned on. As we leave you, I think we'll salute our channel members, play a little bit of music, and just give you one final look at this classic plane as we say goodbye. So, so that does it for us for this kind of special edition of Runway DFW, live from the Airplanes and Coffee event at Gainesville, Texas. Thank you to our mods. Thank you to our supporters, our members. We're going to show you the names of the members right now as we say farewell to this plane, at least for now. Maybe we'll be back. Maybe we'll get a tour someday. Who knows? But we will be back soon on Runway DFW. Thank you for spending part of your Saturday with us. We're going to play some music now. And where is our music? Salute our members. Gotta make sure our music still works. All right, here's our member salute. We start, as always, with our friend and Major Domo, Runway DFW channel sponsor, James Webb. Thank you, James, for everything you do for our broadcasting, no matter where we are in the world. And now we're going to thank our Quadjet channel members. This list was prepared last night. At what time? It's going to say here in just a second. As of 11 p.m. last night. All right. And here's me. Here's a look at me reading off the Quadjet channel members. 757 Chip, Alan J., Alaska Plane Spotter, Alice Mabel, Angela Smith, Anna the Dispatcher, Austin, Beaker and Honeydew, Beve, Brian D., Charlie Bowles, CPB 99, Chuck TXK, Cloudy Sayers, Cubs Win, Darren Sorello, Quadjet channel member David Rutherford, Deeg, Doug Jackson. Thank you to Dronoki, Dwayne C., Eric Coupe, Hagler17, HD Kraut, James Webb, John Lipman. Thank you to Josh Aldrich, Katie Goodling, Kirby Brooks Sr., Leonard Watkins, Lori M., Mark Shirley, Michael Flannery, Michael Hale, Michael Schwarzkopf, Michelle R.S., Mike G., Only Planes Network. Thank you to Patrick Wooters, to Paul S1188, Pete Nordine, more Quadjet Channel members, Payathon, Planes Everywhere, Raina Taylor, Rich F, S35 Bonanza Pilot, Sarah Deal, Skittles, Steve Lundaby, Texas Girl, The Grinch. Thank you to Tim Swearingen, to TNT Oh My, Tyson Price, Will Hutchison. Those are our Quadjet members. We're now going to scroll you through the rest of our Runway DFW members, Trijet and Twinjet, and we'll sign off after that. Thanks so much for watching Runway DFW live from Gainesville Municipal Airport in Texas. Well, we have now seen all of our members. Thanks to all of you. And we're going to wrap things up now at Runway DFW. Let me see, I got to punch this out. Punch me in. There's me. So thank you once again to our moderators, to our members, to our subscribers, to all our friends out there in Runway DFW land. We'll be back at a larger airport next week. Probably Tuesday will be our next broadcast. So we hope to see you then. And until then, happy contrails to you until we meet again on the road at large with Runway DFW. Let me see. I've got to get our closing music here. Let's get Warren into the picture here. Warren?
This is Warren Barnett speaking for Runway DFW, a Runway DFW production, all rights reserved.
A special thanks to all the Airplanes and Coffee organization members. Be sure if you want more information, get in touch with them at airplanesandcoffee.org.